Hey, I'm Mark Goodman.
And I'm Alan Light.
On today's podcast, in celebration of International Guitar Month, Pete Townsend of The Who will join us.
Pete went deep with us into his relationship with the guitar and with music in general, the new Broadway version of Tommy. He clarified the status and the future of The Who, and much, much more.
Sound Up with Mark Goodman and Alan Light, the only music podcast that matters. Get it on Pandora, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Being on the major label is like dealing with a machine, a big machine, like a Walmart of music. And, there's no way Walmart takes 90%, give you 10%. Sure, they're going to sell $3 million, so you'll get 10% of $3 million. You'll be okay, but they taking 90%. You understand? That's number one. Number two, major labels made something called a 360 deal, because people like Leo Cohen said, let me tell you something. It ain't right that we blowing these artists up to platinum, 3 platinum, 4 platinum. Then a sneaker company or a company like LG or Sony comes and says, listen, I got a $10 million deal for you to sign for this TV contract. Now, the record label gets no part of that because their contract only deals with music only.
Right.
So they said, let's do something called a 360 where no matter what they do, we get a percentage of it. Matter of fact, we're going to give them upfront money and go look for a deal for them, so we can take the upfront money plus a percentage plus X, Y, da-da-da. So it may look like it's cool to be on the major. You'll get all the stardom and you get all of this. But when you deal with a major, you're basically screwed. And look, there's no way, right? 50 Cent is a very, very smart artist. Why would he go independent, if it was cool, if it was if it was the right way, if you got all your money? Why would he go independent? People say, "Oh, he's screwed because when he was major, he blew up and sold X amount of sales." Yeah, that is true. But what did it take to sell 10 million records? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't. What it takes to sell that amount of copies will blow your mind. You know what I'm saying? So if it was really good, 50 wouldn't have left. 50 would have stayed. So it just shows you that the real route to go is be independent, get all your money, get everything. If you sell 10,000 copies, that's a check for $100,000. Sell 20, that's 200. You know what it is. Sell 100, that's $1 million. But it's your million. You know what I'm saying? It's your bread.
Right.
So I'd rather be that dude, and make it.
Hey, I'm Mark Goodman.
And I'm Alan Light.
On today's podcast, in celebration of International Guitar Month, Pete Townsend of The Who will join us.
Pete went deep with us into his relationship with the guitar and with music in general, the new Broadway version of Tommy. He clarified the status and the future of The Who, and much, much more.
Sound Up with Mark Goodman and Alan Light, the only music podcast that matters. Get it on Pandora, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.